Hello everyone, and let's have a look today at one of these projects. I think we looked at it last year as well, but it takes quite some time for some of these projects to get off the off the dirt road and into and onto better roads, like it is for some people as well. Sapien, I mean, this is one of these social networks that are supposedly decentralized, and that could be interesting as a competition to, well, let's say YouTube or something like this, or other social medias where everything is centralized. Take back your social experience. That's what they kind of, that's the slogan here. Sapien is a social network that gives users control over their data, rewards content creators, and fights fake news. And I mean, that all sounds great, but it just has to work as well, and it has to be spread out, of course, among users. It has to be, let's say, it has to be an easy to use platform. It should be, easy to create stuff, whatever you want, videos or just kind of texts, or if you want to write something or whatever. It shouldn't be very complicated or super technical. That should be in the background. So maybe this is one to have a closer look at, or to build a better one, even if this is not up to speed with what is wanted. Let's just see here exactly what they say here on this video.
In today's social media environment, there are a lot of players, but only one winner: the platforms themselves. These platforms hold all of the power over user data and content monetization, and in return, they keep the profits from selling your data and allow channels to be polluted with fake news and invasive advertisements. Introducing Sapien, a decentralized social news platform powered by the SPN utility token. The SPN token is the key to the Sapien network. Sapien gives users full control over their data. Contributors are incentivized to create quality content by receiving rewards in SPN tokens, which will be usable throughout the platform and marketplace. Sapien also enables creators to easily monetize their content through micropayments or subscriptions. Since users own their personal data, they can opt in to receive rewards via the Sapien advertising platform. In the Sapien ecosystem, advertisers, publishers, merchants, and users will all receive extensive benefits when they transact with SPN. So, how does it work? Users build reputation in a community when their contribution is evaluated positively by other reputed members. These evaluations are evaluated by smart contracts on the blockchain for robustness and transparency. A global reputation system helps create a proof of value protocol that works to fight trolls and punish fake news. Sapien is a democratized platform that understands that users are the true value creators within a social network. Visit Sapien Network and join one of our vibrant communities today.
So that sounds pretty interesting, actually. I'm not so sure about this fire monkey or whatever that is, but they choose their logos. I don't know exactly what they base it on, but it's let's look underneath the hood there instead of that symbol. But the concept, at least, is kind of cool, and of course, if you then get paid as well in Sapien coins, you can, of course, I guess that's the point as well. You can transfer that, or you can keep them, or you can transfer it over as well to dollars or whatever other currency, or to Bitcoin, or whatever is your preferred currency. On an exchange or something like that, and. It's I have to look into exactly where they are, these guys, now, but I think the valuation is still pretty low. Let's see here if we can find these guys, SPNs. We had it right up there. Okay, it's up about 8% today, but as you can see here, the valuation is only around $500,000, and that is of course nothing in this space. I forget how high up these guys were at one point. Maybe we can look at just to keep an eye on that as well, where we have been over the last year or so. And I mean, year to date. Does this show everything? Or 1 year? Because they were in this IPO phase or ICO phase for quite some time. So, okay, doesn't really respond here. And let's just keep on looking instead on what they have, what it's all about here for Sapien. I like the name as well. I mean, there's, you know, it brings something, the name brings something to the table. It sounds pretty good. And core values, let's see what they say here. Values are deeply rooted in the Sapien ecosystem and will help us create the best Web3 social experience. Democracy, okay. Privacy, that's of course the opposite of YouTube and so on. Others, the data belongs to you and you get paid for, you know, they don't necessarily sell your data maybe unless you wanted to. Free speech, you can put on, you know, whatever you want there. Well, I guess maybe not everything. You know, if you're talking about some areas, that should obviously be forbidden, maybe. But if we're talking about normal things, you know, that should be okay. And you can get paid for that. You can customize how you want to have it, tailor your social experience to their liking. You have a SPN utility, and let's see what they say here. A user simply has to hold the tokens, and you can even stake these tokens. You get access to voting and commenting and so on. So there seems to be another process here as well. You know, should probably read up more on this, but I didn't want to go into a lot of detail here at this time. Public-private browsing, seamlessly switch between public and private modes to experience Sapien anonymously or with your real identity, so you can kind of choose there, I guess. Subscriptions, subscribe to branches to stay up to date with the latest posts from your friends and the world. Friends, groups and posts, add friends, create groups, share posts, comment and explore. Feature rich, you have chats as well, and of course encryption is becoming more and more important as well. Highly customizable, every individual is unique, have control over every feature and tailor your own social experience. They have some partners here as well. I can't say I know any of these. No, that sounds Monarch, Rocket Chat. Media, find out what others have to say. Let's see if what do they say here. Sapien could prove to be a viable and popular alternative to current existing social media platforms. More and more people are increasingly getting fed up with the way Facebook, Twitter and other social media companies are mistreated them, from selling their personal information to third parties to bombarding them with ads they never asked to see. So I mean, this is of course a big reason that that you want to have kind of a media platform like this. In response, blockchain-based platforms like Sapien provide alternatives to these centralized platforms. As a social media platform, it encourages free speech and the creation and sharing of high-quality content while discouraging fake news in the process. Well, let's hope so. I mean, there's been an increase of these fake news. I gotta hand it to Trump. He's exactly right there, and it's actually getting more and more difficult to sort out what is real news and what is fake news. I have a feeling it's almost like 50-50 these days. I mean, it's spreading like a virus, and it feels like we're living in 1984. I mean, just horrible. Sapien makes their platform experience dead easy that even my technology illiterate grandmother could probably understand. So okay, if we make it easy, that's good. And what do they say here from the Crypto Potato? It's actually a good site for well, a good site, but they have some news on the crypto market from time to time. Centralized platforms like Google and Facebook are known to take advantage of the data, so now they talk more about the data here. They make money selling the data to whoever the hell pays money for that. And that's probably something you don't really want necessarily. And to know if you click on the wrong link, then it's maybe in your history or something like this. Who knows who will use that in the future. And therefore it's no surprise that when people are offered the opportunity to take control of their own personal resources, they jump at it wholeheartedly, and this is evident from the reception to the emerging decentralized social network new platform, Sapien. Okay, here we go, the roadmap. So we are now, let's see, well, Q4 2019. We're earlier than that, right? Well, let's see here. Build infrastructure for democratized autonomous platform. Now we're in, what are we in, Q2? Roll out decentralized marketplace premium content and features. So this is, I have to check that out if they've done that or if they're lagging behind. I'm not sure actually. Open developer platform to third-party applications and integrations, and then optimize to scale and add 1 million new users per month. That sounds pretty good, pretty fancy if they can manage that. In 2020, I guess Q2, tokenize user data and extend token use to other websites. Add 10 million new users per month. Okay, that's all in 2020. This is the team behind it, and so they have some advisors as well here. Seems to be a good mix of different people. Blockchain expert, and what is this? Business marketing, and products and marketplace. So they're saying here, start your social experience today. Join and build your own community. Let's go. And so this is one of the alternatives, I guess, if you're kind of half against, well, not against, but, you know, if you think that Facebook and YouTube and Google and everything else is getting to be too centralized these days, then an alternative like this might spice up the environment a little bit. Of course, you already have DTube, which is, I think it's based on Steemit, isn't it? Or something similar, and so that's supposed to be decentralized kind of thing. And but the problem with all these platforms, or what you have to do, you really have to create a lot of content, and then also kind of get paid from it. And it's like everything else. If you go up in the rankings, then you will have a better, I guess, a better payout as well. So that's what it's all about. And with these platforms, in case you want to get paid, you know. So otherwise, of course, it's always just nice to create content as well and put it out there. So that's it, I think. Maybe we'll go more into detail into some of these areas of the Sapien network over the next few days, and see actually what the platform might look like, or something like this, or have a look at some of the developments. Okay, Sapien. That's it. Cheers.